have to be incredibly fit.
These actors put in some serious work at the gym. Transforming into a superhero is easier said than done. Find out the extreme diets and workout regimens it takes to be a hero in the MCU.
I had training for about 6 or 8 months for that first film.
It takes a lot of hard work for Chris Hemsworth to maintain the God of Thunder's impressive physique. The workouts he does include working on his core, kickboxing, and even surfing, one of Hemsworth's favorite hobbies. His trainer Luke Zocchi stated that the majority of the work they do is done months before the movies, to ensure Hemsworth is camera ready. Chris is so strong that when Zocchi holds the pads for Hemsworth to kick, he has to brace himself because Chris is powerful enough to knock him down.
Like, I'd rather sort of feel good than look that extra bit, you know?
When Kumail Nanjiani was cast as Kingo in the Eternals, fans wondered how the comedian would translate to a superhero role. He answered with a shirtless picture on Instagram that showed off his new physique. This impressive transformation was a result of a full year of work. Nanjiani stated his strict diet was the hardest part, as he didn't eat any refined sugar and almost no carbs for a year. The hard work clearly paid off though, as his new look even garnered praise from Dwayne Johnson.
He said, dense muscle is hard to achieve, my brother. He thinks my muscle is dense.
Before Guardians of the Galaxy, Pratt was known as the schlubby comedian on Parks and Rec, but quickly proved he was much more. Pratt lost 60 pounds in 6 months, working 3 or 4 hours a day of just consistent ass-kicking hard work. Trainer Duffy Gaver had nothing but praise for Pratt's work ethic and commitment. He isn't the client you have to push, he's the type of client you have to pull down. With Guardians of the Galaxy 3 coming up next, we're sure Pratt will be hard at work again.
The secret is, you can't do it in a month.
Robert Downey Jr. has been training with Wing Chun, a technique made famous by Bruce Lee, since 2003. When it came time to play Tony Stark, Downey kept this in his regimen, as well as adding Kung Fu, Qigong, and strength training. His trainer Brad Bowes made it his focus to increase Downey's muscle. We cut way back on cardio and really increased the weight he was lifting. Downey was able to add on 25 pounds of muscle after months of work and consuming 5,000 calories a day.
5 years ago, what used to be my get in shape plan is moot and useless.
Renner had some experience with getting in shape before his turn as Clint Barton in the MCU, and carried over that work ethic to get in shape for Hawkeye. He posted himself lifting some weights in preparation for his role in the Disney Plus series Hawkeye. In terms of sharpening his archery skills, Renner has actually trained with Olympic archers for the films, but it apparently isn't as helpful as you might think.
Got pretty good at it actually, but it doesn't really serve me for Hawkeye stuff.
Evans put in a ton of work to attain his super soldier body. For the first movie, Evans went to the gym 4 to 5 days a week for 3 months, training for about 2 hours a day. Working with trainer Simon Watterson, Evans was able to get his body fat down to 8% while working on Civil War. The hardest part for Evans was the amount of food he had to consume, as well as the kind of food.
Just bland, naked pieces of chicken and rice, and it's not that appetizing.
Right.
When Johansson got the role of Black Widow, she admitted that she had never stepped foot in a gym before. That quickly changed, however. Johansson and her trainer Eric Johnson agreed to focus on strength and functional movements, not looks. It took about a year to reach her desired fitness goals, and she has kept it up for all her Marvel movies. I am stronger and more capable now than I was 10 years ago, which is so awesome to be able to say.
Fit in my everyday life. I like to feel strong. It's part of my mental well-being.
The late Chadwick Boseman already had a martial arts background when he was cast as the Black Panther. His trainer Addison Henderson focused on non-stop training that had Boseman constantly moving, working out up to 4 hours a day. It was an intense experience for Boseman. Fight training, conditioning, eating a certain amount, it was hardcore.
Basically, it was like training like a fighter, you know.
Tom Holland was one of the most athletic and fit actors coming into his MCU role, bringing with him a background in gymnastics and dancing. For Spider-Man, Holland started boxing and going to the gym every morning for about an hour with his trainer.
I look up to boxers a lot.
He also did EMS training, where he wore a suit with pads that would send electrical shocks through his muscles.
It's a lot of fun and it works, but it really is the worst thing I've ever done.
Sebastian Stan admitted that at the time of getting the role, he didn't know his body well, or whether his diet was good or not. It was the first thing he and his trainer addressed, as they figured out what routine and diet was best for him. Stan was often in the gym, starting every session with a heavy lift. He discussed the effects his workouts have on him.
It's gonna motivate you to be more driven in the other aspects of your life.
Brie Larson was the first female superhero to lead her own movie in the MCU, so she wanted to prove that she belonged right alongside the rest of the Avengers. She did 9 months of training in total, sometimes doing her sessions 5 times a week. Her trainer Jason Walsh praised her effort. She did the work. Nutrition, recovery, sleep, everything required of her. Larson can now do some seriously impressive feats of strength, including a 1-arm pull-up and pushing a 5,000-pound Jeep.
It's been a really powerful journey for me to learn what my body can do.
Paul Rudd is much like Chris Pratt in that when he joined the MCU, he was known for being a not-too-fit comedic actor. That all changed when he got in shape for his role as Ant-Man. Rudd was motivated to get in shape as he wanted to get into the mindset of his character and really fit the part. I figured if I'm in really good shape, I will feel like less of an imposter in the role. The hard work paid off, but Rudd said it meant not doing anything fun for a year.
Basically made health and fitness the focus of my day.
To prepare for her role as Mantis, Pom Klementieff didn't take the traditional route her co-stars did to get in shape. All her work was practical, consisting of stunt and fight training. In one video, she can be seen doing sit-ups while hanging off of a punching bag. Maintaining a healthy diet is a difficulty for Klementieff. When she tries to cut something out, she becomes obsessed with it. For me, it's about quantity, balance. I eat a little bit of everything.
When I had the audition, I had no idea how big the character would be.
Lily got in great shape for the Ant-Man movies, but revealed that she suffers from chronic back pain. She stated she spent a good portion of the last 2 years in bed, as she had a physical breakdown. Fortunately, she seems to be taking control of her body now, as she is focusing on foundation training to rebuild her base. She even posted a picture of herself on Twitter with the caption, #WaspReadyArms, signaling she is prepared to portray the Wasp again.
I was asking to build a lot of these S-curves into her fight style.
Cumberbatch did all the traditional working out and dieting to prepare for Doctor Strange. You spend months eating the right stuff, doing the right kind of press-ups and pull-ups and dips, and all the other jazz. He revealed a strange technique he was taught to look his best on camera. It involved dehydrating himself the night before, and then the day of shooting, eating a rather odd combination of foods. You basically are told to eat Skittles and drink coffee because it dehydrates you.
So basically your skin then shrink wraps around the muscle fiber.
We have nothing but respect for the hard work and dedication these actors put towards getting into shape for their roles. Maintaining a superhero physique is no easy task, but these actors were up to the challenge. Which transformation did you find most impressive?